LA Chargers must think Justin Herbert is Moses because they're paying him as if he is going to deliver them to some promised land, a promised land that they've never seen before. Well, they last time they saw the promised land, I'll say this. Last time they saw the promised land, it wasn't so great. I think it was 1994, and they got blown out by San Francisco in the Super Bowl. But Justin Herbert, and I see you got in your feed, Ashley. I'll let you take from here. He is a talented quarterback, but he has never won a playoff game. What do you expect from Herbert, and what do you think the Chargers expect from Herbert?
Yeah, so I think that time and time again, the NFL continues to tell us that they will prioritize the positions that they want to prioritize. And it doesn't matter about playoff success. It doesn't matter about Super Bowl rings, that they will go ahead and make exceptions to the rules based on what they see is beneficial to them in the long run. And the quarterback position constantly is one of those teams. Now, Justin Herbert, only one playoff appearance since he got to the Chargers, no playoff wins, but there's a lot of upside to what he brings to the table as QB1. He does a lot of things great, still very young, still room to grow. And I think that this team believes that all of those things will outweigh or do outweigh the postseason success that he and this team have not seen yet. Now, people will go ahead and bring the coaches into the conversation, which is a fair argument. It is going to be interesting to see if moving forward, this is the head coach that the Chargers need to go ahead and win, especially now that you have paid Justin Herbert. Now, what I do like that the Chargers did, though, this is a team-friendly deal. So what that means is that it's very front loaded. So in this situation, Justin Herbert, I believe, gets about $100 million in year one, which in the following years will go ahead and his payout will be a lot smaller, but that will go ahead and help the team to go ahead and prioritize other positions if they need to do so, which they probably will. Whatever those positions will be, only time will tell. So I do like the deal. And I know people will go ahead and say, why are we paying quarterbacks who haven't proven anything? That is what the NFL has always done. That is what the NFL will go ahead and continue to do. Franchise quarterbacks are not a dime a dozen. And if you have one, you hold on to him. I'm not surprised the Chargers made this move at all. The game is the game, and quarterbacks run the game.
Yeah, and look, he is a fantastic guy to watch. And look, I do like, I don't know how you feel about it. I like quarterback records. I keep quarterback records, and I know some people are against it. I know Michael Smith doesn't like it that much. But most of the time, if you look at a quarterback's record and you see it does match up with what you think anecdotally of that quarterback. For example, if a quarterback has a terrible record, you usually don't say he's got a terrible record, but that's a really good quarterback. And if a quarterback has a great record, in the case of Jimmy Garoppolo, maybe he's the exception. But if a quarterback has a great record, you usually say, yeah, I have I got a lot of love for that type of quarterback. Justin Herbert is somewhere in the middle. I love what he does on the field. I think he's a good quarterback, but damn, it doesn't always translate. Like, why doesn't it translate? I know he's going into year 4. I feel like he's got to do more. I know the Chargers, as you said, the Chargers have to do more around him. I think he's got to do more, and we got to stop focusing on his big picture stats. At the end of the year, the stats always look great, but how does he do against playoff competition? How does he do when his team really needs that gotta-have-it victory in those gotta-have-it situations? How does he look in those? And so far, I think he's been about a B-. We got to get that up to 8 if that's by the contract.
I think that we've seen this story before, though. Teams and front offices will constantly blame everything around the quarterback before they get to the quarterback. And in this situation, I will say a lot of Justin Herbert's lack of success can be attributed to Brandon Staley's lack of aggressiveness when it comes to decision-making and play calling, when it comes to the big moments, when it comes to the big games. Or he's too aggressive. He's either on one side of the spectrum or the other. He's never really seems to make the right decision at the right time. And I think that we saw that last season with the Chargers. So I think that, all eyes are on the head coach, the coaching staff. I think the Chargers have a really good team, a really good young core, but it's about utilizing them correctly. But for all of the shortcomings that Justin Herbert may have and all of, the records he may or may not have broken, which is all fair, the stat padding, things like that, that people will attribute to. I think that when it comes to the quarterback position, because it's so hard to get a franchise quarterback and a good franchise quarterback, sometimes you draft wrong. Look at Zach Wilson with the Jets. Sometimes you draft wrong. In this situation, I don't think the Chargers drafted wrong. I think they drafted correctly. And I think that all of the pros of Justin Herbert outweigh his cons, and they will fix everything around him before they go ahead and try to figure out if he's the problem. I'm a firm believer he's not the problem. That's a really good quarterback. You pay that quarterback.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.